For your success in Marvel Strike Force, you're gonna need multiple strong teams from multiple game modes. And if you aren't sure who's the best, well, we've got you covered in this video. We're counting down to top 10 teams in Marvel Strike Force based on their overall value in the game. So if you're ready to see who's on this list and who isn't worthy, find that like button and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Valley Maniacs. Welcome back to the channel. I am ValleyFlyin, and I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're ready for a good old-fashioned countdown. Yeah, we are counting down the top 10 teams in Marvel Strike Force, and this is based on multiple game modes, not just one game mode like War, or Arena, or Raids, or Cosmic Crucible. We're actually basing out all 4 of those primary game modes in the game because those are the permanent game modes in the game. There's also important game modes like Tower Mode, Pocket Dimension, these Scourge events, and some not as important game modes like Blitz, Real-Time Arena. But this list is based on those 4 permanent game modes: Arena, Raids, War, and Cosmic Crucible, and in that order, because Arena, I think, is the most important. That's where you're gonna get your power cores. Raids, you're getting a lot of great gear, and War, you have the rewards are not as good for War as they are for Cosmic Crucible, but you need so many less teams. So I'm putting War above Cosmic Crucible just a little bit. But yeah, the rewards for Cosmic Crucible are very good, but you also don't need to win to get all these rewards. So with that said, we got 3 tiers of this countdown. The top tier, and you could kind of interchange the teams in that tier. We got the essential tier, so you need these teams to be able to compete in Marvel Strike Force. Those you could interchange as well. And we're gonna start though with the necessary tier. These are the teams that you need in your roster in order to have fun in Marvel Strike Force. Build these teams as at least for the end game content. You're gonna need these teams for that. So we're gonna count down there, starting in the number 10 spot. And like I said, this is the necessary tier. So any teams that are in this tier, you could interchange based on where you are in the game, based on what you need, and based on where these characters are. Coming in at the number 10 spot is the New Warriors. In my opinion, combined with the Eternals, even not combined with the Eternals, this is a top Mystic Raid team. You're gonna need these characters. They're very good on War offense, War defense. I see them a lot more on War defense, and obviously very good in Cosmic Crucible wherever you place them. You could use them as an attack team. You could place them on defense in some of those rooms with some of those bonuses. They're very, very good, and a lot of times I'm combining them with the Eternals, but yes, very, very good team, and you could use a lot of different combos, and they are very tricky. Deathpool's a strong character. Cloak Dagger has some awesome synergy, but yeah, this is, they're coming at a number 10 spot. Moving on in the list, and these guys, the Axeman, are coming in at number 9 spot, and like I said, anything in this tier you could interchange based on what you need, but Axeman are coming in this spot, and they're kind of by default. They're not a very, very good mutant Doom team, but they're kind of in there by default. They're kind of the best that we have right now. Bishop, Jubilee, Iceman, Kitty Pryde. A lot of good that they do. A lot of damage from Bishop. The control from Beast. The control from Jubilee. And I think a lot of the thought is that they're going to be a hybrid team once Rogue and Gambit come out in the game. But now that Rogue's special is a 6-turn cooldown instead of 2, that may reduce the value. So maybe someone like Gambit and Omega Red, but as of right now, as of me recording this, this is the top Raid team in the game. They're also very good in War. You can play them in War offense, War defense, losing a little value in War. They never were really good in Arena, and you could use them in Cosmic Crucible. I think in one of those first 2 rooms on defense is where they're gonna be. So Axeman, kind of on this list by default. Moving on to the top bio team in the Doom Raids, it is the Web Wars, and they're so strong in the raids that you could pretty much auto all of Doom 2.3 bio section, all 3 nodes, even the boss node with these guys, because they are so strong. So very, very good team. And on War defense, Cosmic Crucible defense, they can provide some very, very bad RNG for your opponents because they rely a lot on their evades and their dodges. And if they are dodging, you cannot hit them. So very, very RNG based team, which is why I like placing them on Cosmic Crucible defense and on War defense. Not a lot of value in Arena, but yes, the top bio raid team, and they'll be good in any raids that you could use them in. All right, moving on in the list. This is a rework team, the Wakandans. This was a team that was in a trash bin for so long. They were introduced to the team, or introduced to the game as the top raid team in the game. That never came to fruition, but they kind of are now. They're smashing it in the raids right now. Unfortunately, because of their tags, you can't really use them in the Doom raids, but they're very good in, if you could use them in Gamma, in that outer sections there. If you're in Ultimus, these guys will smash. But where they're gonna shine is Cosmic Crucible. I think the devs said they were meant to be an offense team because you want to control where they go. I like them on defense, and the reason for that is you don't need to build them up. You don't need to put a lot of resources for them to annoy your opponents. They may require a lot of T4s for them to work properly and everything like that, but if you're just building up Shuri and placing these guys on there, their rework kit is gonna provide a lot of annoyance for your opponents, especially in Cosmic Crucible defense and on War defense. And they're very fun in the race. Not making that arena spot right now. I don't think they ever were or ever will, but this is a very good team. Build them, especially for War Cosmic Crucible. You're not going to regret it. And moving on to the last team in this necessary list. So like I said, with these 5 teams, you could interchange them in your spots depending on what you need. And it is the Secret Avengers with Kestrel. Fury, you can replace him with Shang-Chi. You can replace him with Zemo, depending what node you're doing in Doom. Or maybe this is just your default team, but these characters, Sharon, Captain Sam, Maria Hill, along with Kestrel, just smash so hard. I like this team with a Shang-Chi in Cosmic Crucible offense, but they would work very good on defense as well. The Captain Sam and provides the taunt and the protection for the team. You get the control with Sharon Carter. You got the support with Maria Hill, and Kestrel just provides that damage with those defense downs and just pinging everybody like a better version of Black Bolt Burp. So this is a very, very strong team. I would build them. You're not gonna regret them. This is one of the top skill raid teams in Doom. Very good in Cosmic Crucible as well. I'm using this team with Shang-Chi on on Cosmic Crucible offense, and on War, not as good on defense because of the summons of Maria Hill. And if you're using the Nick Fury, he has some summons as well. But I like them on offense. And Kestrel was in the arena meta for a while, not anymore though. But we're moving on to the next tier. This is the essential tier. These are some very good teams that you should be building. And we got 3 teams in this tier right here. First that I want to mention is the Infinity Watch. This was the previous arena meta. They've fallen out of the arena meta with a new Darkhold team and the Eternals, but they're still a very, very good team. Very good on War defense, very good on War offense. Same thing with Cosmic Crucible. Defense, offense, very good. You could smash some of your opponent's defense with this team, one-shotting a lot of the characters. So they still have a lot of value. They've fallen off of the arena meta totally, but you're still using some of these characters. You could use Adam Warlock as a backup Mystic character. You got a backup skill character in Nebula, and the backup tech character in Nebula, backup skill character in Moondragon and Phylavel, backup bio character in Phylavel. So not your primary teams, but if your primary team dies or you don't have that primary raid team built up, you still can use these guys in the raids, but they're mainly on this list for War and Cosmic Crucible. Moving on in this list in the number 4 spot is the Young Avengers, and I hate so much to have a dirty War defense team on this list, but because of Cosmic Crucible and what these guys do in Cosmic Crucible, and one of the matches that I lost, I underestimated this team. This team is on the list, plus they're getting a little extra value. They get a little extra credit with their Scourge inclusion for the Famine Scourge event for Rogue. So these guys are very good. The rework stats for Squirrel Girl, Miss Marvel, and America Chavez, very, very good. Kate Bishop has the blinds. Echo has all those extra attacks that she gives. This is a very strong team, very, very annoying team. I don't like facing these guys, and these guys, you can make the argument that they're the top War defense team right now in the game because they have less counters than Heroes for Hire. So very, very strong. You're not going to regret building them, and we have a legendary event that requires these guys coming up very soon. So yeah, build them. You won't regret it, especially Squirrel Girl. All right, moving on in this section right here is the top War offense team, Weapon X. They have value in other game modes as well. Sabretooth, since his rework is a beast. Omega Red, one of the best legendary legendary characters in the game. Lady Deathstrike has so much more value, especially in other game modes like Dark Dimension, things like that. But they are the top war offense team, also very, very annoying on war defense team. So this is a very good war team. Not as good in Cosmic Crucible. I think they're a better Cosmic Crucible offense team than they're a defense team, but Omega Red gives so much value. You could place him on a hybrid team and annoy your opponent. Same thing with Lady Deathstrike, but this is a very, very good team. Build them up. Arena, not really using them, but as far as Ward Cosmic Crucible, that will help you. And maybe down the road, Omega Red will be a solution to the mutants. I use Lady Deathstrike every single day in the tech section there. Not so, and I've taken Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike into Dark Dimensions. So while they're not a criteria for the list, I do want to remind you guys that you can use them in that game mode as well. Wolverine not as bad since its rework as well. But that is it for this essential tier. Now let's move into the top tier in the game. These are the top 2 teams in the game, in my opinion. And the first is the Eternals. Yes, they still have value. I still use them in arena offense. The Eternals with Morgan Le Fay, Agatha Harkness, and Emma Frost. They are my top Darkhold counter in the game. So while they are not arena meta right now, they still have a very important place in the arena. But the reason they make this list is because combined with the new Warriors, they're the top Mystic Doom team for raids in the game right now. So these guys have value in all game modes. Arena, they're still valuable. Raids, they're still valuable. War, yeah, you're using these guys probably on offense or defense to counter other Eternals, but they could smash. And then Cosmic Crucible, that double ping from Icarus helps you get so much bonus points because you're clearing out their entire team in maybe 1, 2, 3 moves. So yeah, he has a lot of Cosmic Crucible value. I like them better as an offense team. I think offense is a little better, but maybe you're more of a defensive shell type of player. They'll be very good in a defensive shell for you as well. And I've mentioned this several times as well. I don't think you could. I don't think it's a big guess that you know who the top team is. It is a Darkhold team. So coming to the top tier is Eternals and Darkhold. These guys are a better arena team, but not as much use in the raids. So that is why they are in that top tier along with the Eternals. Eternals have a little more raid value. Darkhold has a little more arena value, but very, very good in war. Both of these teams, offense, defense, whatever. I think you probably want to save these guys for offense. I don't think you want to get caught with without these guys, without being able to use these guys on offense. And same thing for Cosmic Crucible. You can make it very, very annoying for your opponents, or you could have a very guaranteed win. I don't think I've lost any matches with my Darkhold in Cosmic Crucible. So that is it. But I did say that we have some honorable mentions, so let me mention them before we go. Those are the top teams, though. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with the tiers? Would you switch up the order in the tiers based on your roster? Let me know your thoughts. But as far as honorable mentions, I do got to mention a few characters that are kind of on their own team. Doom can be his own team, so I want to mention him. He could slot into a hybrid in any of these teams or most of these teams. Dormammu, especially in arena with that Dormhold team, that combination of Darkhold and Dormammu works very good. His revives is going to make him a character that is going to be important as soon as you could get past Dark Dimension 5. Getting him into your roster, building him up. The Marauders, they got to rework. They also have some value in the game, especially with Madeline Pryor revitalizing Emma Frost and Mr. Sinister. And those two, since their rework, have also got a little more value in other game modes as well. There's some hybrid teams in Arena, some hybrid teams in Raid that people are starting to experiment with. And yeah, very good in Cosmic Crucible as well. Dark Hunters, one of the newer war offense teams. They are a counter to Heroes for Hire, so they get a big thumbs up in my book. And unfortunately, I do have to mention the Heroes for Hire because they're still one of the top war defense teams. And they're a very good raid team as well if you have that middle section and Gamma. So that is it. Let me know if you agree with the selections of the main list and the honorable mentions. Are there other teams that I forgot? There was some debate on the Valley Club stream this morning of which teams should be included, shouldn't. This is what we came up with, but let me know your thoughts. I will see you guys next time. Check out some of the sponsors down below. BlueStacks is an awesome way to play Marvel Strike Force on your PC. Yeah, and it's pretty much any Android game. So check them out. Check out some of the sponsors down below, some of the other sponsors, and I'll see you guys next time. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out. Have a great rest of your day, and stay hydrated, and I'll see you at the top.